in AAA with Boston, and coming over here was like a totally new start, and then being able to finish out the year in AAA, but then make the team out of spring training the following year. It was definitely a blessing.
You came in as a second baseman,
yes.
And then the injury to Adam Kennedy in spring training. You were, what, about sixth on the depth chart to play shortstop? Is that correct?
The funny thing, I never played one inning at shortstop in spring training, so I don't think I was even on that depth chart.
There was the six guys in front of you that could have played, I guess.
And probably 5 other minor leaguers that were probably ahead of me, too. So, yeah, it was one of those things. I was just very much blessed, and it was actually Alfredo Griffin who sat there and stepped up and told, Soch that, hey, I can teach this kid how to play shortstop. I can teach him here at the major league level. And if it wasn't for him, after Adam came back after the first week, I could have been sent back down and maybe never seen again.
Well, I think the fans are glad, and you ended up with St. Louis Cardinals and the most valuable player of the World Series. Pretty blessed.
Thank you. Yeah, I was very fortunate. Once again, the one thing about our 02 team and the 06 team in St. Louis is that we were a team, and I think that's the biggest thing. Yes, I received that award, which, I've said over and over again, what Yadi did with the pitching staff and the clutch hits he's got. Scott Rowland had a big series. They could have picked any one of us, but the most important thing was actually winning the championship, and that's what it was here. We had a bunch of guys that no one knew about it, but the main thing that the majority was the fact that we showed up to win, and the only thing we cared about was winning. Nowadays, especially with the new movie Moneyball and stuff like that, everyone's so focused on stats, and stats do not tell the whole story. I want a guy that wants to show up and wants to win every single night and not worry about their stats. And that's first and foremost, the World Series is the greatest memory, but the one thing that was such endearing to myself and my family, from day one, when I stepped on that field, the fans kind of embraced me and made me feel so welcomed here, and just enjoyed playing for them. And from every step of the way, that is so big to a player. I know, someone might act a little tough and doesn't mean that much, but to a player to step on the field and have the fans supporting them and backing them and rooting for them, it gives you that extra little boost. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think we need to make sure that we're a little bit louder today, because the boys need a win today.
Well, I think fans in general will always forgive anything of a player that shows he's out there hustling and giving it his all every game. And I think we all